Okay, hi everyone, I'm Rich, welcome back to BB's Customs, and today I'm going to be changing the indicators on the Virago. Okay, so the indicators on at the moment, the front ones are these like normal bog standard ones which came with the bike. There's actually nothing wrong with them, but the reason I'm changing them is because if we go to the back has already got aftermarket lights on and they're rusty and horrible. This one's pretty junk, so we're going to replace all four so they're all matching and just make it look a bit smarter. So these are the lights which I'm going to replace them with. I obviously got a set of 4. I have added some bits to them. This little black bit here is actually an olive from a tap repair kit which I've got down here. I brought this out because on the back I might put another olive just on the inside of the fender to stop it rubbing against the screw, because I'm not really a fan of metal on metal contact. Probably be alright on the front, but on the back, on the fender, I may put another one and sandwich the fender between the two olives. But yeah, let's take the seat off and have a look. So the thing to watch with replacing indicators is, depending on the type of the indicator, depends on how you actually wire it up. This comes with 2 wires, a live and a neutral, but you actually only need the live because the body of this, being metal, is attached to it's earthed. So if you have both wires connected to the bike and the body of the light connected to the bike, you start blowing fuses because it overloads it short to circuit out. So we are going to ignore this. I'm going to cut that off, cut the neutral wire off, crimp it up and seal it away, and only use the live wire. And then rely on the body of this earthing it out properly so that it works. Okay, so this is what the underneath the seat looks like. These wires are the original indicator wires. This single live one, these lights must be the same as the ones I've bought where the body is live, or the body is earthed, sorry. So it's only going into the live wire there, and this is the live wire, this brown one, for the left hand signal. So I'll take those apart, I'll whip these out, get them plumbed in, and then show you what it looks like before moving on to the front. So unfortunately the wires on this side aren't quite long enough to get to where they need to be in the wiring loom. So what I've got is an old piece of indicator wire off of another bike, which I've put into the right connectors on here. I'm going to feed that through to come out where it needs to be down here. It says, sit there, hook that down. Right, so we've got this wire down here now, which just needs to be attached onto this. So I'm going to cut that around there. Oh bugger, I didn't pick my cutters up, I don't think. Right, 2 seconds. Right, got some cutters. So we'll cut this off, I don't know, around here somewhere like that. Don't need that bit anymore. Just need to expose a bit of this wire. do that. And for now, we're just going to pull these back through like that, which will just tuck them up out the way. Pull that end back through there, like that. And before we test, let's disconnect this one, like that. Is that what I wanted to do? That needs to be in there. Turn that on. And then that in there. Indicator works. Lovely. Okay, so that's the back done. Okay, the front's exactly the same, so I'll do the one on camera to show you, and then I'll just do the other one off and show you the finished result. First off, we need to take the headlight off because all the connections for the front indicators are behind the light. So we've got a screw here and one just on the other side here to undo, and then that'll pop out and we'll be able to just take these off, plug the new ones in, and we'll be done. So again, we'll check before we finish off, so we just plug the live in, like that, turn the ignition on, the ignition is on. Okay, I'm going to change these back for now because I think I'm going to have to do some research on this to find out how to add some extra load. I probably need to put a diode or a resistor in there somewhere just to keep the load level the same to allow the flasher relay to do what it needs to do. Or maybe even change the relay, I don't know. But I'll put this back to how it was and then I'll sort this at a later date. Okay, so I've got the front light back on. It's not quite where I'd like to have finished today, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah, as I said, I'll look into why there's not enough load on those lights. I will get them on, and then, yeah, it'll have a nice matching set. I'm glad I got the back done to get that broken one off. It means that'll be alright when I start riding it to work. Okay, so it's been a few days since the cutscene. As you can see, the new lights are on, they work. The problem was, the bulbs in the new lights were only 10-watt bulbs, and after speaking to some Yamaha Virago gurus on Facebook and other forums, it turns out that the circuitry on these bikes needs a minimum of 23 watts in order for the relays to work properly. So having two 10-watt bulbs on there, they were just not powerful enough. So thanks to them, I managed to find a place which sold the same size bulb but more powerful. So it now has 23-watt bulbs in each indicator, and it works perfectly. So thanks very much for that. That's exactly the reason why I'm on these groups. So yeah, it's just a way for me to get the result I want and to pass on that knowledge as well. So yeah, I'm happy with that result. Going back to my previous video where I did the coil, the stutter in the front cylinder is no way near as bad as what it was, but it's still there a little bit. And again, looking at things and talking to other people to see if they've had similar issues, it's been suggested that it's because I've put iridium spark plugs in. So I've got a set of normal spark plugs on order. Apparently these bikes don't like iridium ones, so the fact if it's asking for cheaper ones, that's totally fine by me. Quite pleased with that. So I'll put those in and see if that makes a difference. But other than that, she's been a good steed to work for the last week or so. Yeah, really enjoying it. Hopefully once the spark plugs are in, that'll solve my only little niggly issue, and then it'll all be smooth sailing. So, thanks so much for watching. I hope you managed to get some information from the video, and I shall see you next time. Cheers.